generation loved wrestling so much that backyard wrestling was a YouTube sensation for years, bro. Where literally it was just like guys that grew up loving wrestling started diving through tables and throwing
Yeah.
ladders at each other and shit. It's like, you guys have no
They
training
were
for this,
doing
guys.
the
Don't do
craziest
this.
of shit. They were like they're
Hell
like,
yeah.
we're gonna. They have like huge cuts on their face.
They set
Like
themselves on
bleeding
fire,
and
bro.
shit.
They set themselves on fire, dog. Like, it will be like, yo, y'all, there's no pyrotechnics expert here. Like, the WWF, I know that shit looks real, bro, but like, trust me, like, they planned all that. Mankind decided to go through the great. Like, chill out. He almost died doing that shit. You
I
know what I'm saying?
almost
So
like
it's
I always wonder about that in particular. How, what I get, he's used to like taking falls and he did extreme shit his whole career. But when you're up there,
oh,
was there any preparation before that where they're like, well, you're gonna take an extreme fall? Like, did they do any planning, or were they
I'm
just like,
pretty sure
I guess this is
that
gonna work out?
I think what happened was that they probably choreographed all that beforehand, but they did it on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So like, cause like you can even tell if you watch that video when they're standing up there on that fence, that whoever designed that probably didn't even like do it right. You know what I mean? Because it was like given away and stuff. You can see
Yeah.
where they were stepping. Like, Undertaker probably weighs like 260. You know what I'm saying? Like 270. You know what I mean? Like,
So
he's
does
huge. And so is
mankind.
Mankind. Yeah, so like when they were standing on that shit, like you could see it like kind of giving out anyway. So whoever made that fence probably didn't even like reinforce it the right way. So they were up there like, you know, going through it. Because even when Undertaker puts the choke slam on him, if you really pay attention to that video, you can kind of look at him do it. Like he puts the grip on him. You kind of he gives him like a look like, I'm about
That's
to
what
throw
I
your
mean. Like
ass.
you
You
see
know what I'm
them like
saying?
I
Yeah,
wish you could like have a camera right there to see
I
exactly
know.
what he said in that moment, because it's almost like they both looked at each other and Undertaker's like, dude, are you sure about this? Or like something
Right.
was
He
said
does. He
because
does. He gives him a look. I
honestly,
mean,
I
yeah,
don't know
that's
if you
bro.
remember
He
this,
almost
but you
killed that
remember
guy.
how Owen Hart died, right?
Yeah, yeah. He came down from
So
this thing. From like
so
from
how far
roof
do you
hook.
think he fell?
Oh, he had to have fell from like those ceilings in those stadiums, dude. That's what, like probably 7 stories up. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
he
like if he
fell
fell
from
from the
like an
very top,
extreme, he
oh
fell
yeah,
like way up.
yeah, yeah. Mankind, I think that drop was probably like 30 feet or
But
20, maybe
dude,
even.
flat on your
I mean, it might have been
back,
20.
bro.
Oh yeah, and the table didn't give way. Like he flat blow. The table didn't break nothing. Because usually when the table breaks, it kind of like takes some of that inertia, even though it's not soft. But he literally just went on that table and like you even saw it like everybody stopped the joint. They put him on the stretcher. Like that shit was real, bro. Like, but you could
Bro,
tell. Like he looked at him like,
also,
"I'm gonna
we're
throw you."
we're talking about it like he only took one huge fall. He took
Oh yeah, he took
two.
tons.
He took
Oh yeah,
two on
yeah,
that one match. He went off
yeah.
the
That's
edge
right.
on
You're
the
right.
other,
And he
and then
went
he
through the
went
gate.
into the middle onto the ring.
Oh yeah, onto the tax too. Oh god.
And he spit out his fucking tooth, like his tooth was up in his fucking nose and shit. It's like
I
those.
mean,
And now,
honestly,
if
I
you want,
think that
but honestly, you want to know who a dude I give credit to? Who, when he became a wrestler, I was like, fuck this, and then I just stopped paying attention. Shane McMahon, bro. There's no reason that guy should ever do any of the shit he does. And he was doing crazy shit when I kind of was still watching wrestling, but I stopped. I don't watch it.
yeah,
I don't really pay attention. But we went to like a wrestling event here in LA, I think like 6 months ago, and he was
yeah.
in a match. And that motherfucker
What?
jumped off of a ladder onto a table. He jumped off a turnbuckle, um, and put a ladder like on the outside, so it was like across the ring and into the crowd a little bit, but it was just like a bridge.
Yeah.
Put a guy on it, did a frog slam onto that, and dude, this guy's like older than me, fucking
Yeah,
still
hell
doing
yeah.
this crazy shit, dude. There's no
Hey
reason.
man. Hey man. You better respect Shane, big man, dog. He
I
was tired of getting just said he was a little daddy's boy, bro. He was out there getting
guess.
it, man. Shit.
Fuck.
And I just want to take this time to just bear respect to the greatest wrestling move of all time, the most dangerous wrestling move of all time, the most spectacular wrestling move
Razor's
of all
right.
time. The people's elbow. What are you talking about, bro? When he takes that pad off, that's like an extra like 50 kilograms of force coming down on you, dog. And then he goes to both ropes. Oh, your ass is grass. Like you're already unconscious from the rock bottom. You see what I'm saying?
That's just see,
I
but
just
that's
used to
just an
love that shit.
accessory move. And also
I used to love that shit, dude.
how his progression of just wrestling in general is hilarious. Because he got to a certain point, it was like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, guys. And it's
Right.
like,
He's like, what is your character even? It's like, I'm just a shit talking badass
yeah,
motherfucker.
that's
Dog.
all
Like, that's what
everybody
it's
was
like.
back then. Stone Cold Steve Austin was just a guy who drank beer and was doing that.
Well, he was trailer park though. See, that's what you
Yeah.
gotta realize. It's like, see, I'm representing for all the people from out the hood, bro. I ain't talking like the hood. I'm talking about the trailer park hood. You know
I
what's up.
mean, you said the people's elbow, but personally, for me, just because he's such a legend, the Ric Flair just slap to the chest where he was
Oh
able to
yeah.
all consistently slap everyone where it sounded so where he'd backhand them in the chest. I never
That's the
understood
most
what
pimp
that
move
did.
ever.
Like it was just like a pimpish yeah.
Yeah, man, exactly. It was just like, look, I don't know. I'm old, man. Like that's what
I'm
look like
gonna
everybody told
back
everybody, like,
you
I'm
up
old, man.
and I'm gonna
Like,
just slap the shit
yeah.
out your chest.
It's like, what? It's like, I guess that could work. But yeah, man, I just think it's just funny all the outlandish wrestling moves. Like Hulkamania got stronger when he got hit, and then like Undertaker would get like reborn in the ring and shit.
Oh, fucking Ultimate War. Everyone in the 80s, like late 80s, early 90s, if you were those upper echelon of wrestlers, you had like this. There was a moment in every match where either they would get in those like tests of strength where they're like trying to like
Yeah,
do that and they'd be getting beat, but like the crowd would get into it and like Ultimate Warrior would you just see him like the roids like go ultimate and
right.
Dragon Ball Z on the guy. I mean that's what
But
they
now they
all
don't even
did.
do that, dude. They don't even do that now. If you watch wrestling now, it's just the most technical wrestlers ever. Like it's just like all of them can do flips, all of them can do stuff off the ropes and stuff. Like it used to
Yeah.
be awesome when it would just be like a fat dude that couldn't climb to the top rope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He could
like
just like,
Tugboat and shit, where it was just like
yeah.
two like 400-pound fat white trash dudes,
Oh man.
where they would figure because it was like Tugboat, but then there was like Typhoon. So if you
Right.
were a fat guy, all they had to do was be like, "What's another big thing we could name you?" So you could just
Hurricane.
yeah, exactly. Or
You're gonna be cattle prods because you're like skinny and annoying, so you'll just prod them. You see what I'm saying? Like just shit like that. That used to be hilarious, bro. But
they
now, like I
had the
said,
best
everybody's just
characters
like
back
swole.
then.
Yeah,
IRS,
man.
just a tax attorney that wanted
Yeah.
to whoop your ass. Fucking
Macho man, dude. Just a fucking misogynist, dude. Like, that's all he
do you
was.
remember Rick Rude, Ravishing Rick Rude?
Damn, what did he look like? I know that name. What did
He
he look
looked
like?
like a
Which
gay
one was it?
porn star, bro.
Oh
He would just
yeah.
like he'd get over guys and like gyrate over them and shit.
Yeah,
It was
hell yeah.
weird. Now I used
Hell
to think he
yeah,
was
bro.
cool because I was like, damn, that guy's just like he looked like a superhero, but he was doing like very questionable shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, wrestling was the greatest thing in our era. Like, it'll never be another time like that unless we make our own wrestling league and just be like, look, man, we're just bringing back all the craziness. We're not even
They
gonna
don't
wrestle. We're just gonna
they don't make
have the show.
characters. It's always just like
Yeah,
John James. It's just a
right.
dude.
Dick Nixon.
Yeah.
It's
Michael
like
Carter.
Dick. What's up with you? Like, I mean, some of them have personas to a degree, but even like, what's his name, John Cena. Like, bro, if I had to sit there
Uh,
and listen to one more little half-ass Cena rap, bro, I just want to slap the shit out that dude. Even though, to his credit, they were better than I expected, but just not good. You know what I'm saying?
some
Like,
guy, some fucking failed rapper had to write that guy's lyrics and had to watch that guy perform that shit.
oh
But he
man.
got paid. That was the way that whoever did that got paid.
Well, I
Whoever the
just wonder how
ghostwriter
they
was.
even. I wonder if Cena brought that idea to the WWE or if they brought that to Cena. Like, he was like, what if I'm just like a rapper? Because, like, I
Why
feel like
not?
Cena couldn't rap in the mirror and see himself. You know what I'm saying? If he looked at himself doing that like beforehand to pitch that, I'd be like, man, I gotta think of another idea. Like,
Ha-
this rap not sounding right.
Have you seen what he looks like now?
I don't
John
know if I seen him. I
Cena?
mean, he
He's
just looked
in
like a
mad
big muscle.
commercials. He's just
I
in
mean,
mad,
every
but he
time I
has
see
like
him,
hair and shit. He looks like he just looks like a ripped. like steroided up Kennedy or something.
Oh
So
God.
just like the fact that he was rapping at some point, if you see him now, it's like, whoa,
Right, right.
what's that sound like?
Bro, you know
Like
what
a
would be an
George
awesome
Bush just
show?
started rapping.
I was about to, I don't know why you just said George Bush, but I was just about to tell you the same thing. It would be the greatest TV show of all time if it was just a sit down talk show with all the famous wrestlers from all time discussing their political views. Like as if they were still in the ring. So they get on the mic and it's just like, I'm
Oh,
telling you right now.
they're just cutting fucking promos, but about politics.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let me tell you
Like,
something, Mean Gene. Trump has no
this shit would be
idea what he's
amazing.
doing with his foreign policy.
Right. It's like, if you take my guns, goddamn it. It would be hilarious, bro.
Dude, speaking of wrestlers and guns, if you just like search out photos, all these old wrestlers we're talking about because they were traveling so much, like that ravishing Rick Rude guy, there's multiple photos of him with like Desert Eagles just posing at like a Holiday Inn, just in like a tank top with a bunch of other wrestlers and shit. It's like, what was the party lifestyle like of these guys? That's the movie.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the podcast I want to hear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've already heard disgusting things about these guys in the locker room randomly, but that like era where it was like Ted DiBiase and all those people, I
Oh,
want to
dude.
know what was happening back then. How much
It
cocaine?
literally, I was about to say, there's not even a number to calculate that. Like at this point, like it just would be like so many blackouts where it's like, well, I remember I had about 3 kilos, and I think that whore must have stole one of them. God damn it! But the other two, I don't know.
Actually, she didn't steal it. I just did it all. I couldn't help it. I did so much cocaine back then.
Right.
I've heard
Like, and then
insane shit, bro.
you'll be talking to Hulk Hogan and it just tell you something you don't want to hear. Like, well, there's a limitation to the nostril area. At a certain point, you sniff so much cocaine that it actually cannot absorb anymore. That's when you move to the rectum. You'd be like, okay, enough of that. Thank you, Hulk. And back to you guys at this stage.
Like, Hulk, how many women did you have? He's like, well, women became, I couldn't count at a certain point. So it became that me and Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, became embroiled in a love triangle. It's like, no.
Oh, yeah. Right. It's like when you physically can dominate a man and then sexually arouse him at the same time. Like, oh my God, Hulk, stop, please, man. Like, well, I'm trying to tell y'all something, goddammit. Like, it's deep, man.
SummerSlam '92. I'm backstage. Ted DiBiase pushes me into a closet and starts making love to me passionately.
It was at that moment I became a man. Oh God, we're gonna get our ass kicked now. Thanks. DiBiase, motherfucker.
I don't know why I singled Ted DiBiase out of this, but sorry.
I know, right? Yeah, you dropped the name like 5 times, man.
I
Damn, leave
mean,
him alone, man.
I mean,
Also
if
make
we're gonna
Goldust
go
or
at
somebody.
him, though, I mean, he had a questionable act going on. A rich guy with the slave walker. I mean, let's not.
Hey man.
He had a slave.
Hey man, I mean, hey man. Yeah, everybody had to have their hook, bro. You know what I'm
Dude, they
saying?
did.
Everybody had to have a gimmick.
Like, what if you had Tatanka, the wrestler, now? Do you think that would happen?
Nah. People, that's why I think wrestling is how it is now. I think that they just kind of had to sugarcoat everything to be like, look, you have no political stance. You're just a badass. So
Yeah.
what else is special about me? You're badass, bro. And then what about me? Well, you're Irish looking. So your name's going to be Irish sounding, but you're not going to rep Ireland, and you're a badass too. So, like,
Well,
what?
you're a
Like,
supernatural creature that comes out of the shadows and wrestles, but we don't
Well,
talk about your political affiliation.
right. Well, I mean, they had the Brood, which, I mean, them fools came on and drunk fake blood and shit, dog. Like,
Yeah,
all
that shit was crazy.
shit. Like, it
Remember
was just a lot of weird shit
Val
like that.
Venus, the porn star wrestler?
Oh, bro. I used to like Val Venus back in the day.
He had the
think that shit was
greatest.
hilarious.
He had the best promos because it always
Oh,
be
yeah, that's
like
what I
him
mean.
in bed, like, yeah, Val Venus here in bed, and then they just like go back a little bit, and some like woman would come out of the sheets, and he'd be like,
Right.
"Honey, did you find the remote?"
And when I penetrate the World Wrestling Federation, all the ladies all across the country will be squealing in delight. And oh yeah, you're gonna get all of Val Venus. Wow, I am just so good.